Heidi ho, my crafty friends. This is Lori at the Ladybug Journals. How are you today? I'm so glad you joined us here in our craft room. And I'm sorry, I know it seems like I've wandered away, but I haven't. I was grabbing my other mic just in case the one I have on decides, that he wants to take a little vacation. Because you never know with microphones. I'm going to be keeping a close eye on this little stinker. Okay, so today I thought, summer's coming. Well, by the time you see this, summer will be here. And, because I film ahead and all. So I thought we would make something fun for you guys for your summertime adventures. And I've been wanting to do this for some time now, and I thought, you know what, doggone it, now's the perfect time to do it. So I got out my, what was left actually from a pack of paper. It's from Recollections, and it's just a beach theme or water theme. It's called Calming Coastals, and it's from a previous journal that I did for a friend. And I also have, let me get out here in my little thing. Anytime I'm going to do a journal, I use these little plastic envelopes, and I put everything together. And I have these little sea adventures. They're like little vintage tags and, things like that. They are not what I expected them to be. Let me just tell you that. Nothing like I expected them to be. But I also have some washi tape that's really pretty from the washi tape shop. I think that's where they came from. No, they did not. No, it did not. Must be some other washi tape I have coming. That's what happens when you go washi tape crazy. But I thought that one would be real pretty with the paper. And the seashells went real pretty with it. That one does not. That one does not. The colors don't go. That's a possibility. That one goes really well. So we'll see. We'll see how we use it. But I did find this ribbon that I thought was really pretty. So I thought maybe we would adventure down this road. And let me put this stuff that I'm not going to use away back in our envelope and get it off the table, out of our way. So what we're going to do is we're going to make a giant matchbook journal. So it'll open like that. And inside will be papers that, you can sketch or draw on if you're at the beach or the pool or, wherever you happen to be lounging. And I've always been fascinated by these things. Don't ask me why, because I really don't know. So the size of mine is, it's 12 inches long by 5 inches wide. Okay, so it's 12 inches long total, 12 inches this way. It's 5 inches wide. This piece right here, this little fold is 1 inch. This is 1 inch. This little fold right here, this right here is 1/8 of an inch score. That's where we're going to attach our few little pieces of paper. And when it folds over, see, it gives it a nice little spine up there. And then you can just decorate it however you want. And it tucks in like that. See, just a smidge. So after you've done all your folding, this gets stapled down. So we're going to take our stapler, and this was where I couldn't decide how I was going to use that ribbon. Was I going to use it across here? Or was I going to attach it here with my staple and come all the way around and tie it? That's what I was trying to work out when I turned on the camera. The best way to make a little tie for this thing, because that was the one thing that I could never decide on these things, was how you secured the little butters. I know they're just supposed to tuck, but, I've seen other people use them, and they always come untucked. So I had thought, if we included that in our staple, like that, and then wrapped this around the back, and gave ourselves enough so that it came over the front, we could tie this like this. I don't know. We're gonna have to decide on that, aren't we? So let's get everything on the inside first. Now, if I do decide to ink today, which I think I am going to ink the inside, I'm going to use weathered wood or chipped sapphire. And I think on this paper here, I'm going to use the weathered wood. It's kind of a grayish blue. It kind of goes with it nicely. And I'm just going to get this out and swap out my handle. That's all I'm going to do. Where'd my handles go here? Right here. That's the one thing I do like about these. You can just pull these little things off and pop this little dude right on there. That is the one thing I do like about it. And let's just get our little book here and ink this little stinker up. Now, I haven't used this in quite some time, this blue. I usually use the blue sapphire or the chipped sapphire. So let's see. And I just kind of want to give the inside a little bit of color. Because I am going to cover mine on the inside. So, but I don't want it to be white. Just in case I miss a spot. Ooh, this is squeaky. This new one is very squeaky. I don't know if you can hear it, but boy, oh boy, is it squeaky. And I do want to go across here. Let's go right across there. Oh my gracious, it's a squeaky one. It sounds like wet tennis shoes on clean floors, how they go squeak, 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 or on your gym floor when you were a kid. That's how it's squeaking. Okay. So now when I cover it, it won't be white. Okay. So we can put that over there. So on the inside here, now I have some of this other paper here that's going to be used. I'm just going to pull out, let's get that washi tape out of our way. I'm just going to pull out another, let's see what color's over here. Oh, all these colors are over here. I just wanted one of these solid pieces to go on the inside. See, in these paper packs, I love these little paper packs because they come with all these little trim pieces that you can use to decorate and, all that fun stuff. I think I want the seashells on the inside. Those are always fun, aren't they? So let's move that because we do have to cut this. And this paper is the kind that has that little trim at the top, telling you, kind of what looks good with it. But I always save those little strips. Let's get our book out of the way here. Okay. So we know we need the full length of 12. Now, let's measure. Now, we don't have to cover this piece because it's going to stay. It's going to be stapled up here. So we don't need it. But I do want to cover this piece. How about we get the stapler up there out of the way? And I do want to cover this top piece. So this piece right here that we want to cover, Let me see where my fold is. Let's do it this way. Right before the fold is almost 6 1/4. So let's cut this first piece. And it's not directional, so we're good there. So let's cut it 5 inches wide, and then we'll go from there. Because we know our paper is 5 inches wide. So the first piece we need is about 6 1/4. So let's cut that one. And it's going to go right here. Now, it's going to need trimmed a little bit because I don't want it up here in that fold. So that was why I cut it the exact, because I want to mark where that fold is so that I can trim it off and have it. Where does it fold? Right there. I want it right below that little fold line. And over here, right there. Okay, so right there's where I want to trim it off. So that'll put it right below my little fold line there. Okay. Now let's make sure it fits. Let's make sure we fold. There we go. Whoops, the whole little thing came out. You silly goose. You're not supposed to come out of there. You silly thing. I think because my pin is bent. I think this is almost out here. I think we're going to be going to our bigger bottle. Okay, so let's line this up. Okay, and I want to use this to make sure it goes down flat. There we go. Oh, my poor little mat. I need to give it a bath tonight. Okay, now we're going to do the same for the top, which is going to be this piece. So we're going to make sure that we don't get anything in that fold. Right there. And we're going to, for this one, we can just turn it over and mark it. And when I cut it, I'm going to cut it below. Oops, there you are. I'm going to cut it below, right below that pencil line. I don't know where my brain went. Apparently, it was not where it was supposed to be. Okay, so I want my cut line to be right. Why aren't you sitting flat there, you silly thing? I'm looking for a new cutter. So I've been reading reviews, and my little guitar string in here is bent a little bit, and up at the ends it's bent. And I had my husband look at it to see if he could straighten it out for me, and he gave me that man look. Oh, before I do that, let's double check it. You know, that men always give us, like, are you kidding me? You know, but he fixes everything else, so I figured he could, you know, do something to fix it. And he said, no, you're just going to have to get another one. So until I do, I'm just trying to remember that one end is bent and not use that end, or not use that end as much as I normally would. Okay, this is just about empty. I'm going to have to use my bigger one. Let's go with the bigger one. And since you've been sitting, you better behave yourself. Okay, come on, line up. I'm going to take that off here for a second, you guys, because I'm pretty sure when I do this, yep, there it goes. Get my paper towel here out of my trash so I can wipe that off. There we go. Now, let's make sure we don't have any on the inside. Whew, I've been making videos all day today, so my table's kind of a mess. All right. Back we are. Okay. So now we've got our inside covered. Oh, that feels nice. Yeah, it's nice and sturdy. So for this now, we can go on and staple this. Yeah, that feels nice. Right there. Let's get our stapler. And I think I'm going to put two. I'm going to put one over here and one over here. But you don't want to put them up high, okay? Because this has to tuck in. Okay, that tucks in. So you need to make sure. I'm going to put mine on that line right there. I'm going to put mine right there. And that'll hold it closed. But to make mine look a little more beachy, I have some charms. You know, mine's not going to be your typical matchbook. I'm probably going to hang some charms. But you see, it's not under there very much. You see right there? So I'm going to put mine right across there. Okay, so let me pull that out. Let me see where the thing is here. Now, let me make sure I didn't put that up too high. No, that's good. Okay, now this will tuck in. This tucks in underneath. Nope, I put this one up too high. So let me take this off. This one's a little bit too high. Come on, you silly stapler. Yeah, this is not my favorite stapler. It's really hard to see where they're going. Okay. Come on. There we go. Okay, now let's put that in. Let's put this side in. There we go. Now, I'm just rolling it down there a little bit. And you know what? I think I'm going to wait until after I get the paper in. So I'm going to take this one out too. That way I can see better where it needs to go. So I'm just going to take this one out too. That way I can see it better. Once I get the paper in the top, I can see it better. So come on, let's just take these guys back out. Let's just roll these back up. Okay, let's get our paper cut. You all knew I was going to change my mind anyhow, didn't you? Okay, so to get the paper in here, it can't be any more than 5 inches wide, okay? So we can decide whatever paper we want to put in there. Now, I want you to be able to write on the paper, but I also want some pretty paper in there, you know, in case you want to take it out. Oh, here it is right here. So I've got the 2 pieces that we just used. I'm going to put those aside. I have some mixed media paper that I thought we could use. So let's use some of that. So let's cut some of that. And I think I'm going to cut my paper to 4.5 inches wide. And my folded length right here, okay, this part right here can't be any longer than 5 inches. So this fold piece that I have is too long. So I need to cut this and make it shorter. So let's cut this to 5 inches. Okay. So that will fit in there nicely. And maybe we'll put 2 pieces in there. We'll put one in the front and one in the back. Or maybe we'll leave that piece folded in case you want to, you know, have a flip down. Okay. So there's 2 pieces of that. So I also have some colored, now this is just regular lightweight cardstock paper. So I think I'm going to cut some of that. You know, you can write or draw on it with colored pencils, or let's see here. And how wide is this again? I don't remember. This is 5 inches by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.25 is my max, my very max. Okay, but how about this piece? We cut it 5.5. Let's cut this at 5.5. Nope, I think I just cut it wrong, didn't I? Yep, I think I just did. Silly girl. Yep, I cut it too wide. I had it going the wrong way. Good heavens. Good heavens. Needs to be 5 inches wide. Can't be any more than 5 inches wide, Lori, you silly girl. Okay, here. Now, the length is what we can change. All right, so let's make this one maybe 5.5 inches long. And let's make this one maybe 5 3/4. And then we can fold up the bottom if we want, like we did on the whites. Okay, so now we have white and yellow. Oops, here it is. And I have some blue. Let's maybe put a piece of blue in. So let's cut this blue maybe, we can't have it any wider than 5 inches. So maybe let's take this piece down to 4 3/4. And we're going to leave it at the length it is. We'll just fold it up. And we have, oh, that's the other that we had. And we have this sand color. Let's do the same with the sand. So we'll do that at 4 3/4. Oops, sit down flat. And we'll do that one the same. And we'll fold it up. All right, let's see what we have here for inside our little book. And then we have some plain white too. Okay, so in here, we have the sand. We can put it toward the back, but we need to fold it up. Now, this could be a little pocket. We could make this page a little pocket right here. Okay. Fold this page up. This page could also be a little pocket. Oh, that is not straight. Good heavens. Okay. This page needs to have just a smidgen off of the edge. Just a smidgen. It's a little bit too wide. Okay. There we go. And this page, I think this one does too. Let's take a smidgen off of this one. I'm just over here to the side taking a smidgen off of this yellowish color page. Okay. Oh, that's much better. Yeah, much better. And then these white, this is the mixed media paper. Okay, and then this is the mixed media paper with the pocket. All right, so let's see how these all fit together. And then we have, this is just plain copy paper. So let's see, how could we do it here? Let's get these scraps out of the way. Okay, so we could fold this in a trifold and cut it, I think. Come on. Come on, why don't you want to tear, you silly paper? Maybe because I'm going left-handed and I'm right-handed. That could be the problem, Lori. Okay. Here we go. Now, this is just, like I said, just plain copy paper. But that would be nice to write on, you know, during your time. Okay, so I think on the back, I want to put this tan color, like that. And I do think I want to make this a pocket. Now, let's see if we can get enough out of this little. And I do think I want to round the corners on this one at least. Like that. And here, let's make this a little crisper. Like that. Oh, much better. And then we can decorate this with something from inside the book. Let's see what we have here inside the book that we can use. Okay, so we have these. And what else do we have here? Are they all the same? I did get out, oh, this one's different. I did get out a tag that we could make a tag too if we wanted. All right, let's see what these things are. All right, so maybe on this one, how about enjoy the simple life? Or how big is our pocket? That one's a little bit too big. How about let's vacay? I like that one. Let's put that on there. So let's cut that out. And we can decorate these before we put them in. And then, we can always change our mind after we get everything, after we get stuff on here. And before we, here we go. Yeah, before we, let's give it a little touch of blue. Before we glue things down, because, we may decide to put a charm on it or something. Yeah, we might. I like that. Let's get this on here. We may decide to, really? I just had you open, you silly goose. Let's wipe this off here. Can you see how I bent my pen? Yeah, I've been kind of rough on pens the last couple of days. Pens and glue, I have been extremely rough on the last couple of days. Here it comes. Yeah, my craft room is a little bit warm today. We have been going from warm to hot, and I don't think it knows what it's going to do. Okay, there we go. So we'll just sit them temporarily till we can decide what we want to do with them. Ugh, now my hands are really sticky. Okay. You know what? How about we squirt some of that in here so we don't do that again? Let's do that. Let's do that, shall we? Is it coming out? Yeah. It'll just take a second. Come on, don't be stubborn. There. Now at least the little bottle's full and we don't have to worry about the big bottle making a mess. There. Okay. That's done. Okay. And then, okay, on the blue one, I think I want to use, I don't think I want to ink around the blue. And I'm not sure that I want to do anything on the front of it yet. We'll see. And then for this, I think I just want to leave it like it is because it's just a piece of, this is the mixed media paper. This is just the regular cardstock. You know, you can draw or write on it. And so is this. So this, I think I want that back there. This is mixed media paper. Then I'm just going to round the edges, but I'm not really going to do anything else with it because it is mixed media paper. And then this is just writing paper. So for this, we're just going to fold it up like this and make sure it's in the middle. And that way you can, you know, pull it down when you want to write on it. And it's okay if they're all different. It doesn't matter. As long as they all line up at the top, that's the important thing. As long as they line up at the top. Now, this would be a cute little gift to give someone who's going on vacation, who's taking a cruise. Now, this one's going to have two little pieces together. They're different sizes, but, you know, they could write down what they did for the day. And I'm just going to put them throughout this little, you know, as an autograph book, even. Now, I'm just going to stick these little pages in different spots here. And you could take one of them and write a little note to them. You know, if you wanted it to show up, you could, you know, ink it like this. And I'm not putting it down hard because I don't want to have a crease on the paper if someone's going to write on it. There you go. Like that. You could use inks on it if you wanted. You could use, you could use just about anything you wanted to decorate your pages like this. As long as when we go to put them in, they're all lined up at the top. That's the important thing because that's what's going to make them all stay together. Okay. They're together, they're together. Now, where's that other one? There it is. But this is just kind of saying, hey, I'm different. Then you could use any color. Any color that's matching the paper. And you know what? It doesn't have to be the beach. You could do, if someone's going camping, if someone's going to be traveling, make it a travel one. Make this a little travel one. If someone's going to be, out of the country, make it something like that. Make it fun. Have fun with them. Make them all different things like that. Okay. Now, I want to make sure that all these little writing ones are kind of in the middle, like that. But I want to make sure everything is at the top where I want it, all the way up there. And that I can see how everything is even. And if it's not, I'm taking a minute and I'm making sure it is. See, there's one back here that is not. That one. That one is not playing very nicely together. He's being stubborn. Okay, everybody's together. See that? Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my stapler and I'm going to staple these together. Come on. All the way across. Okay? Make sure your staples go all the way across. And then I'm going to glue them in my book, like that. And then when I bring this over, see, I'm going to put glue across here so that it comes over the top. So to do that, I need to make sure everybody lines up where it needs to be. And if I want anything here, okay, just like that. Okay, I'm going to have to make this bottom piece longer because we put so many pages in. That's not a big deal. We can do that. We can do that. I'm not worried about it. I will show you how to do that. Make sure everything is centered. Okay. That's where it's going to go. And I'm going to paper clip this where I want it. Like that. That's where I want it. Okay. So before I go anyplace else, I need to lengthen this. So to do that, where's that page that we used? Right here. Right here. Here's the 2 pages that we used on that. So I'm going to cut. I'm going to cut off of both pages, right here, a 1-inch strip. Okay. Just like this. And then I'm going to take on the front, I'm going to add this. Let me get a glue page here. Out of my glue book. Okay, on the front, I'm going to take the lining page and I'm going to put that like that. Okay, and then on the inside, I'm going to take the outside and put it on the inside. Sounds like we're making fig Newtons, doesn't it? Nope, that just wiggled, so I'm going to have to do that all over again. Okay. And then I'm going to take this and I'm going to line it up in here. Like that. And I know it's too long. It does not concern me right now. But I'm going to use my Fabri-Tac. No, I don't think I need to use Fabri-Tac. That's going to take too long to dry. I'm going to go on and use... oh, wait. We filled that up, didn't we? I'm going to go on and use this. It's my art glitter glue. So I'm going to run glue all the way across. And I'm going to try and be as neat as I can. Oh, and that little thing came out again. That little devil. Okay. I'm going to use my fingers and spread it out here. Well, you little stink pot. And then anything I miss on the edges, I'll come back to do. Okay, and then I'm going to flip it over. And I'm going to do the same thing over here. Just like that. Now, I'm going to let them dry for a minute. Now, I don't know where the inside piece went. Oh, I think I just pushed it in. Okay, and then I'm going to trim off these edges here that are too long. But that's the only piece I'm trimming. I'm just trimming off the length here that's too long. Okay, I only trimmed off the edges. These two little pieces. Okay, so now when I close it, it's longer. See, it's longer. So when I put all these pages in here, I have the extra length that I need. All right, back to this. Okay. Now, let's put this back in here. Oh, wrong side. All right, you go over here again. Now, center this up. Now, I'm going to put a cross here because I don't know how much of that is going to be seen. Let's see. I think I'm going to use the seashells across the top of that. I'm hoping when I put the glue to go across there that it covers it all, but just in case it doesn't, I don't want the staples to be seen. Okay, put that in my little trash bin. And I don't know how sticky this is, so we are going to have to get our glue sticks. Yeah, not too sticky. So, glue stick it is. Okay. Okay, so I'm just going to put washi tape right across the staples. Make sure you guys can see me. Just like that. Now, so I don't ever lose my ends, I always fold my end under like that. And then, because I know this is going to get glued down, I can wrap that around the back. And I know it's going to stay because it's going to get glued down here in a second. Okay, there's the top of it. Now, for this, I am going to use Fabri-Tac. All right. Now, my bottom piece, that tan piece, has to be above that fold. See, right here. This has to be above this fold. Okay, so that's bringing it all the way up to the top. So, for the Fabri-Tac, I'm going to run it. Let me show you where I'm going to run it. I'm going to run it all the way across the staples. Make sure I get it across the staples. I'm going to run it across the bottom. This tan is going to be a permanent piece. And then up the sides. And then come on, come out. There you go. Don't be shy. Okay, so I want this in place before I glue the top. Come here. Okay. Now don't forget, you want it centered, and you want your bottom above the bottom fold, and then squish it down. Fold it over. Okay. And then up here, where that area where we put the right there. Okay, you're going to bring it up. Use your bone folder. You want to bring it up, and you want to push it against the top of your pages. Okay, just like that. Okay, you want to keep it up against the top of your pages like that. Don't have a bone folder? Use a butter knife. Turn it up like this on your workstation. You know, anything to push it down. Anything. As long as you can hold it in place, then that's what it takes. That's all you got to do. Okay? Then when you lift it up, when you go to lift it up, you're going to take your ruler and you're going to create another, right here, you're going to take your bone folder and you're going to create another one. Okay, that's too big. I need my smaller. Where'd my little one go? You're going to create another, I'll think of what it's called. I'll think of what it's called. Another score is what you're going to create. You're going to take your folder, you're going to take your ruler, and you're going to create another one right at your ruler. Okay? And you're going to feel those staples. It's going to be right below your staples. And that will allow your book to bend back after it's dry. So you need to bend it. And if you need to add more glue, add more glue. I need to add more glue. I need more glue. Mine is traveling right now. I'm going to put a couple of clamps on mine. Right there. Okay. All right. I'm going to put a couple of clamps on mine. To help it set a little bit faster. Whoops-a-doodles. Okay. Now, down here, there we go. Make sure you are lined up straight. There. See, now it'll line up better. Okay, so down here, this part is now going to go in here. Okay, so now this part we're going to staple into here. So before we make this a pocket, we're going to staple this down. And then, yeah, then when we glue it down, we'll be okay. I'll show you. But that way our staples don't go all the way through. Okay. Now, our pocket is going to get glued here. I stapled it up too high again. Dog darn it. I need to staple it down further again. I don't know why in the world I am bound and determined to staple it on that line. But I am. I am determined. I'm stapling it on that line, you guys. And I know better. It needs to go down further. And in a minute, I'm not going to have only holes in my paper. Okay. You need to staple it. You need to staple it down here. Okay. So you need to bring your stapler down toward the bottom. I need to make sure I'm at the bottom. Down there. You need to staple at the bottom. Bring it down as far as you can bring it. There. Good heavens. Why in the world was I having problems with that? And now I can't fold my pocket up. Lori, oh yes I can. Okay. All right, now I need to fold my pocket up. Oh my goodness sakes. Is that going to fold right? Yes. I am telling you what, I've never had so much problem with a pocket before. Okay, let me fold my pocket up. Oops, not on you. On you. Okay. Tuck you guys in there. There. Now, once my glue dries, I'll be better off, but my glue has to dry. Okay. All right. Let me get my glue down here. There. Now, if you want to round your corners, you can. It's totally up to you. Now you can decorate the front if you choose. You can use whatever you choose to decorate. I'll probably use things from this kit that I had left. And I'll probably use some of those tags that I had left. Let's see what time we have here. Oh my gracious. We are running out of time, you guys. So I will post the finished picture of this for you, or I'll just jump in and do a part 2 for you so you can see it. This is the basic construction of it. So you guys can make one. I want to thank you for joining me today in all the silliness that that happens with a stapler. That's just crazy. And I hope that you come back to the Ladybug Journals and you join me again. I promise not so many silliness happens with the stapler. I really do promise. And that you come back and you join us again and you have some fun with us. And and you make some projects with this. And for all of my subscribers that are returning and having some fun, I'm so glad you have come and that you continue to come and make comments. And for all the new subscribers that we've had lately, we have had 10 new subscribers just in the last 2 weeks. Oh my gosh, you guys, that just warmed my little heart. I don't know what in the world I've done or what I've said to make you guys all of a sudden jump in, but I am so glad that you did. Don't forget that you can share our videos, invite your friends. They're always welcome here at the Ladybug Journals. And don't forget to like and subscribe. And don't forget to comment. I love reading your comments. Even if you're offering me suggestions on making things easier, I love reading those comments. They're always very helpful because sometimes it's things I never thought of. And most of you guys have been doing this a lot longer than I have. So feel free to comment and offer suggestions to myself or to any of the other subscribers that are out there. We always appreciate help. And for those of you that just aren't sure if all this silliness is something that that you would like to be involved in, oh, just come on back. You'll see. Sometimes it's not always that bad. And until I see you again in our next video, ta-ta for now.